Alright, I just wanted to film some first impressions of some of these components that are on the bow. So, first off, I'm enjoying the Phase 4. I do think that these limbs and having the rubber down the middle of the split limbs makes a big difference. And I do think as far as quietness goes, Mathews has a pretty good thing going. So, that being said, not a huge fan of the bridge lock systems. I don't care what they say. I'm not spending $250 on stabilizers. Just one of them. I just put these stabilizers on from Bee Stinger, Micro Shock. To be determined. Don't have too much to say about them. The Epsilon, the Hamsky Epsilon. This thing is built like a tank. There's a couple of things I don't like about it so far. When you let down your bow, your arrow kind of just goes anywhere because there's nothing holding it in. Like a QAD is a little, I don't know. I just wish that there was a way to control the arrow as you're letting your bow down. I feel like if I have to let my bow down when there's a animal close to me, it's probably going to scare him away. So that's one thing I don't like about this arrow rest, and I think it's probably a problem with all drop-away rests that are designed this way. But the machining's really nice. It's all pretty much metal or rubber coated. As I mentioned earlier, I did not run the control cable here for the Hamsky down to the limb like they recommend. That's one thing about these Phase 4s that might be problematic. The little sticky thing they give you to put on your limb so that the rope doesn't slide around is gonna, I just feel like it's gonna fall off. And I didn't want to run another thing down the side of my bow. Like it would be out here somewhere versus in tight like this. It probably does affect how the bow shoots. But I feel like it's consistent enough that I'll maintain accuracy. But the problem I have with it is it continues to stretch. Like this shock absorber thing, I believe, is continuing to stretch. So I have to, like, it's not doing it right now because I just tightened it yesterday, but this little flipper thing will come up just a slight bit, and I'll have to readjust this every, I don't know, week or so. So that's annoying. I did get to use the micro adjustments. I did some paper tuning yesterday. No, I'm not an expert. Yes, I did move my rest. No, I'm not going to move my cams. And I do not plan on retying my nocking point until I have to. So I moved the rest. Sue me. Excuse me. So those are the two big ones. Like I said, when you're letting down, the arrow just kind of jumps around in here, makes a bunch of noise, and this thing continues to stretch. Two minor things. It's but it seems pretty bulletproof, and I can't imagine someone making a more heavy-duty rest than this. So I like it. As far as the sight goes, I mentioned that I have a bad bubble level in it. I've been working with CBE customer service to get a new one, and I've been doing that for the last 2 weeks or so. So I'll give you an idea of what the customer service looks like. Pretty slow. Kind of a bummer. If I could go back and do it again, I might not go with CBE. What I can tell you though is the micro adjustments are awesome. This is pretty heavy duty. The housing is aluminum. Everything except for this rod seems to be metal. The light is pretty bright. It comes with a light. That's kind of nice. I do plan on doing a fair amount of blind hunting, so that's going to come in handy. But bubble level no good, and I could only get 60 yards out of this sight. So if you're looking to go beyond 60, you might want to look at a slider. The engaged limb legs are a must-have if you have a Mathews. If you buy a Mathews, just buy the limb legs. Just do it. It's worth it. My Hamsky peep. It would be nice to probably get another half a twist on top and bottom on my strings here to try to get this peep to be a little more lined up, but it is what it is right now, so we will play the rotate peep game. Those are really my first impressions of the bow and what I put on it so far. Again, I would buy the Hamsky Epsilon again. I like that. If I'm not using this, then I'm going back to a freaking whisker biscuit. And then the CBE sight, decent enough. I just wish the bubble level was not broken. And I wish I could get more range out of it, but that's it.